Hello, everybody. Welcome back to FM Projects, and it's that time. It's time to get going with this expensive team. I guess they're not really that expensive. Yanbian FC here, playing its first game with me in charge, and we're going to see how we can do here. We've done quite a bit of transfers between my introductory video and now. 32 of them to be exact. We brought 32 different players in. We have sold a couple players, though we technically don't need to because we have so much money. And we brought in, as you can see from this, quite a few foreign players, and we have also quite a few new Chinese players in as well. This is going to be an interesting lineup. This is actually not sort of the first choice lineup, despite the fact that it's the first game of the season. The reason why is because we have our two new goaltenders are both injured. Ho Yu is actually probably our number one choice goaltender, and he's going to be out for 6 more days. Zhang Yan came in. He's going to be out for about 2 weeks as well. Both of them got injured around the same time. And so the guy that we're starting in goal is this guy, Wu Ping. And Wu Ping just so happens to be a new gen with a very, very low self-belief personality, which is kind of a shame because he's got skills for a kid who's 15 and a little bit of height. We'll see what we can do with him. He works as kind of a nice emergency goalie, I guess, but I have some concerns about playing this player in the long run. In the back, we have Dutra, who is a new signing. Quinn, who we'll meet later on. Paulsen, our Norwegian 18-year-old wonder kid center back that we got for nothing. Yejie is one of the leaders in the club, and we wound up with 2 players on this club who have the born leader personality. It's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Yejie and Fan Xiang. Fan Xiang probably should be starting in place of Dutra, who's a 20-year-old kid who just came in, but the assistant manager thinks that he looks better. Since we're on hardcore mode, I don't know. I just do what they tell me. Lee Jin-young and Kwon Hyuk-kyu are our 2 Korean defensive midfielders. Kwon Hyuk-kyu is currently the record transfer for the club, but that will change as we go along. On the right side, we have Rico from Mexico, Liu Yue on the left, and Gao Yang is our sort of journeyman but somewhat well-established Chinese striker that the fans love. And then Rovaglia is our Italian young striker at the front. And apparently I didn't give Wu Ping a number, so here have number 36. I'm sure that's quite auspicious. And on we go, onwards and upwards to the match. This should be exciting. This is my first time coaching this team, and we should be able to win this one pretty handedly. Not a lot of demand for tickets for Yanbian fans. Of course, we're on the road here in Wuxi. But in Yanbian, we have a stadium with a capacity of about 30,000, 35,000, something like that, in the heart of the city. We've sold 6,000 season tickets before the start of the season. So that goes to show you just what the demand is like. It's really Chairman Guo who wants to make this team succeed and wants to make this a reality. And man, we're playing here in front of absolutely nobody. Hold on for a second as I get this set up the way that we want it. This happens all the time, and I always forget that we have to change around some of our settings here every time that we have a new game. And we'll turn on a few of these extra replay events. I know some people might not like them, some people might. I enjoy having the extra replay events personally. And we'll see how it goes as we have the ball. Quinn now with it over to Lee Jae-young, and we have a little flash and then a throw-in. Rovaglia to Kwon Hyuk-kyu, back to Yejie. Up again to Liu Yue, and he's got the first goal of the season. And I have a feeling that it's going to be this kind of season. I mean, Liu Yue scores here with less than a minute gone off the clock. And I have this funny feeling that it's going to turn out that this team kind of overpowers this division as we move up. That doesn't mean that things are easy. It's been difficult to convince players to actually come down this far and to sign with us. But I like the side of what I'm seeing so far. This is a little bit different than the last save, isn't it? And on we go with the 1-0 lead. A little Dutra here with a little free kick. And that's in, and that's got to be an own goal. I think that they're giving that to Gao Yang. I'm pretty sure that was actually an own goal. I want to see what happens. There's all sorts of confusion there in the box. It looked like we had handball as well. No, it's off of Gao Yang's head, I see. It sort of smacks him right in between the eyes and happens to bounce into the goal. That's a fortuitous bounce that we'll take every single time. And here we are defending, and it looks like Wuxi has this guy Mama Hutjan. I'm not quite sure. Interesting. It's always interesting to see these foreign players wind up in the lower ranks. Of course, it's possible he's not foreign. He may be from somewhere in the west of China. And that's a goal by Zhu Zhengyu. Actually, a pretty well created goal for Wuxi. And the score now is 2-1, except that was disallowed for offside. And I don't know about that. I mean, that's offsides by maybe like an inch. I'm not so sure if I'm down with that. And so it is. Paulson now back to Quinn. Quinn holding it over to Lee Jin-young. One of the reasons why we're holding it, by the way, is that this tactic out of the box is balanced. This is one of the Knapp tactics. And yes, you are correct if you are guessing that my failure last time has caused me to look for alternative ways to play to make the game a little bit more fun and bearable. Gao Yang now with the ball over to Liu Yue. One of the nice things we have in this club is we don't have a whole bunch of players who want to leave and a whole bunch of guys who are injured. Gao Yang just takes that off of them over to Rovaglia, who gets his first goal of the season. Pietro came up to me when I was trying to sign him and told me that he was a great star player. And I mean, I figured that we would put him out here and sort of see what he can do. And he's kind of shown that so far. Of course, this is about as simple as they come. And that's an awful clearance from the Wuxi defender, Liang Jinhu. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it, man. You know, score your goals now, and if it's easy, then we'll take it when it's easy. Not all of the matches are going to be like this, but I think that some of them will. You know, the funny thing about this squad is that when I started up with this tactic and we hadn't made any of our transfers yet, I got the squad ready for our summer camp, which was in Changchun, China, which is hilarious. If you know where Yanbian is, Changchun is like a 2-hour car ride away. Anyway, so we had the camp in Changchun, and we played a number of games. I think 5 games that were already scheduled as part of the camp. And I thought, okay, whatever, we'll see how this goes. We lost all 5, and I thought, well, so much for overpowered tactics, so much for oh man, we're going to just dominate everybody. So much for the predictions coming up here that we're going to dominate this division. But we've managed to turn it around since. These transfers, I think, have helped a little bit. It's helpful to have some money in this game and not have a transfer budget of 0. Wuxi, however, with the ball here, back to Li Ying. Gao Yang gets it, and over to Rico there on the side, who has a shot and doesn't quite go in. But boy, it sure would be nice to see a couple more of these boys score here early on. Dutra now with the corner, and that's not going anywhere, but looks like we have another corner coming up. We don't quite have the same level of height here, but many of these guys are better in the air, so we'll see if we get something from one of these corners. Nothing going on that one, though, unfortunately, and onwards and upwards it goes. I don't think Wuxi has had an actual shot yet in this match. Guan Hyokyu, who everybody's curious about to see how he plays over Rico. Guan Hyokyu again to Lee Jin-young, and that is blocked. Lee Jin-young does well to come back on that and try to win it back, but in the end fails at his attempt. One of the ways we were able to get these Korean players, by the way, is I went and ordered our scouts to scout them directly. Dutra with the little pass there. We have 2 shots on that, and I'm surprised they didn't go over the line. We're not going to complain too much, though, up 3-0 early in this game. Rico coming all the way back and making that stop. Very, very well done. By the way, I just saw the score flash on the bottom. We're not the only team that's up big here in the first match. I think the team in Beijing was up 4-0, so we will have some competition. Rovaglia here, and he's got to beat the keeper on that one. I mean, he had a big knock on it, but I think he was surprised himself that that one was saved. So onwards and upwards we go. Yeah, pretty good save there from the goalkeeper, who wasn't fooled that time around. Dutra now with another corner, and that's a penalty. And nope, my mistake. Oh no, it is a penalty. They pushed Quinn. I thought for a second that was coming the other way. Guan Hyokyu scores, and it is now 4-0. So what I was going to say is that these Korean midfielders, what I did is I had not just the Korean national team scouted, I went and looked at the under 23s, under 21s, and so on, and had our scouts scout them directly. I'm not sure if you run into this on FM23 or not. I have certain things for my scouts to focus on, but unfortunately, they haven't really been going out and getting stuff done. I mean, they gave me the same list of players over and over again, and so after a little bit of frustration, I decided to take matters in my own hands. We have a number of interesting players that we brought in, including a North Korean striker who you will meet tomorrow. But everybody's focus, though, is on Mr. Kwon Hyokyu, who we got for, I think it was over 4 million renminbi. And comes in as one of the best players of the club. Obviously, I think he's 21 years old. Now, there is a problem with him, though. I did make a mistake. I should have waited a little bit before making the signing because he came out with that little inconsistent marker. And so that'll make things really interesting as we move forward. 4-0 here at halftime. We are in control of this match. Let's not let it down at all. I'll just take a quick look and see if anybody's tired. And I mean, nobody's even close to tired, and so we will continue moving forward and see what we get. Wouldn't it be interesting if Mr. Low Self-Belief in goal winds up with a spotless game today? We'll see what happens. Paulson now. It's a little dink ahead to Ravaglia, who misses another shot. Pretty good, though, for the kid who's, I think he's 19, I think it is. Maybe he's 18, I can't remember. It's one of these signings where I thought at first, okay, yeah, we'll put this guy in, somewhere further down in the squad, like in one of the youth teams. And now he comes in as like, the second best striker that we have. So it's a lot of fun here. We're not getting one of the things that the chairman Guo wanted is he wanted a lot of high profile signings. We're not going to get that because, I mean, you're not going to be able to talk high-profile players into coming all the way down to the Chinese third division. But we are getting a lot of very interesting lower-profile signings with younger players who might be able to, show up and become good and be great players in their own right over time. So it's a pretty interesting setup for a save as Kwon Ho-kyu grabs it and runs up straight up the field, and we'll see if he can do anything offensively. A little pass back to his compatriot, Lee Jin-young, who doesn't do much with it. Gao Yang now with this free kick. And we're bumping it around nicely in the box there. Gao Yang with a shot from range that was not much of a shot. It looked like sort of one of those little... Looks like he was trying to go for the 8-ball in billiards more than anything else. And we'll just keep on moving along and see what happens here for the rest of this match. Boy, Wushi's not looking very good in this at all. They do have, it looks like, at least something offensively. They had at least one shot on goal, I'm guessing, with that XG that is now 0.07 for them, compared to ours of over 4. Rico now. Rico to Rovaglia, and he wins the corner. Trying for a cross there, I think. This looks pretty good. I like the pace. I like the way that we were coming out. I'm starting to like this tactic already. I think it's pretty well put forward. Yejia now, and he just loses that over the line. Not a very good job by him. Yejia has a little flag that I put up because he hates big matches, which is a shame for somebody who otherwise is a great leader for the team. So we'll have to be a little bit sparing about how we use him going forward. That was a nice cross that was fairly well defended. Quinn trying to keep it in, and now Zhou Bingshu has a one-on-one for Wuxi, and he hits the crossbar about as hard as he can, and that one goes out of play. No real damage done. Everybody having a good game with the exception of Dutra, and we probably should have started Fan Xiang instead of him. But it's okay. We want everybody to get at least some sort of chance to play and sort of see what they're made of so we can make our decisions as we move forward. Dutra now at the corner and nothing going on there. Hu Shangjiao now has it for Wuxi over to Wang Jun on the left side. And we're defending very, very nicely. They're able to get back and prevent any sort of breakout, any sort of counterattack from taking place. Dutra with another one of these free kicks. I haven't made any substitutions here. Nobody looks tired. And I start to worry about complacency because we look like we're about to dominate everybody at this point. Rico now over to Yejia. Back to Paulsen. Paulsen kicks it up to Gaoyang. That's a good idea. Back to Rico and over to Yejie again. And back again to Paulsen. And we're going to do it again. And we have Wuxi defenders flopping all over the place, trying to stop that. They do wind up controlling the ball in the end, but there's Paulsen to grab control of it again, and apparently he's pushed. I didn't see that in the animation, but the referee does not lie, if it's good for us, that is. And Liu Yue trying for his second, and that one just goes wide of the goal. And that is the way that it ends today. So I hope that you enjoyed that. A much different result than we've been used to on this channel. If you like that, as always, hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And subscribe for more, because we'll have one of these every day. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.